feel like I have huge knees.
Just hold hands or
what do I do with my hands? I don't know.
Hello, and welcome to the first Adventures.inc podcast.
AI podcast.
Featuring Jeff,
Wesley.
Eric.
Vega Mortensen.
There you go.
or
Also
Tommy,
known as Tommy.
Oh, okay.
and Jeff.
I want to be known as Schroeds.
Schroeds.
Is that a body part?
That's my middle name. Schroeder. Schroeds, though. That's my gangster sign, though.
That sounds like a body part.
like
or Daniel.
Yeah.
Or Daniel. What do you want to call me?
Schroeder is really your middle name?
Yeah. Wesley Daniel Schroeder McCutcheon.
Oh.
That
Sounds like a radio station when you put all the acronyms together.
Yeah.
WDSM.
That's awesome.
Right?
We're gonna stick with Wesley.
New plan.
We're changing our podcast name
New
to
plan.
WDSM.
Alright. So we're just gonna take some
Schroeds.
time and just.
It's alright. Go ahead. It's alright.
We're just gonna take some time and just just talk and see what happens. Try to be entertaining.
We like talking.
We try.
Well,
Keywords.
Very
Keywords.
Yeah. So we're just gonna kick it off, and we're just gonna talk about some stuff we're excited about later in the year. We're gonna get kind of nerdy. Hopefully we don't lose some people, but some video games we're excited about later this year. I know this is a big one for Tommy, but the Halo Master Chief Collection.
Halo.
Yeah.
Didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I'm a little behind.
Halo 2.
I'm the guy on this podcast
What's-
that's like, oh. Yeah.
What's the last Halo you played?
I think Halo 2.
Nice.
No, I played Halo 3 for sure.
Halo 2 completely remastered. Looks incredible.
That's
So
what
it's like you will have never stopped.
Really, that's
Right.
what this is?
Yeah.
It's like it's
It's-
picking up
well,
right
it's,
where you left
it's
off.
Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the same disc with a 4,000 gamer score. And over 100 maps. Or 100 maps, exactly.
It's
So
Ascension.
Halo
on the map.
5 is coming out,
Ascension
right?
is one.
That's what we're.
Yeah, and
Halo
the
5.
beta is included in the
Like, well, I don't know anything about Halo 5 either, so
Yeah.
just
That's
respect
great,
Schroeds.
Shreds.
Destiny,
No loadout.
which comes out in a week.
Destiny.
Yeah.
You know what that?
It's my daughter's name.
That's a good name, actually.
Oh, it's a video game? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah,
No, I do know
it's-
about this one.
Speaking of Halo, it's Bungie is making it. It's a MMO first-person shooter, and it looks awesome. I can't wait.
It looks exactly like Halo, I feel like.
I mean,
Except
it's
for
Bungie.
like with wizard powers.
Yeah, there are wizard powers.
That sounds a lot better. It's,
I mean,
it's a
kind of
huge
with
difference,
Master
I guess.
Chief went to Hogwarts. You get Destiny.
Kind
John,
of.
welcome
Right,
to
it's kinda
Hogwarts.
Hear that, Bungie? You can take
Yeah.
that. We'll
It's
let
like
you have that.
it's like
Copyright, though, so it's-
Yeah.
It's Master Chief as Gandalf, assisted by a character from Game of Thrones. The little robot is voiced
In
by
other words,
Peter
Emma
Dinklage.
Watson, if you're
See
watching,
the
send an email to
Yeah,
Bungie.
there's like a little robot called the Ghost. It'll follow you
might give you a
around, and
job.
it's voiced by Peter Dinklage, who plays Tyrion, which is the dwarf, the midget in Game of Thrones.
Oh,
I do like
he's
Yeah.
also an elf.
He's also an elf. He's also in.
He's the guy.
I do like midgets.
Call me elf.
Yeah.
One more time.
Yeah,
Who's
he's
that
also
guy?
in
See
the
that?
Prince
Is that
Caspian Narnia movie.
Yeah.
what is he doing this? He
He's a dwarf.
Oh, okay.
He's basically a short
Although
guy
I
in
think
every movie
I think his
does.
characters are just getting smaller. So now he's like playing a
pun
robot.
Is that a
intended.
pun?
This
Is
big.
that a
Pun
pun?
intended.
Yeah,
If you think about it though, like, midget in Hollywood is the best job because like they're like, oh, we need a midget for this movie. There's like 4, so like your chances of competition. Is
yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
It's true.
And now he set himself above the rest,
Right.
Peter Dinklage. But yeah, he went from
Shout out.
like taller dwarf to like shorter,
He's in Destiny.
shorter
so-
midget.
He's
Yeah, and now he's
he's
playing
up.
a spherical
ball.
tiny robot.
He's just.
Did you say he's
in
playing
Destiny.
himself? Because
Yeah.
he's just small.
One thing is very topical for us. The next Super Smash Brothers comes out soon for the 3DS, and then later.
You want to tell us
for-
about that, Tommy?
Yes.
Tommy did a little
Dude,
bit
I was
of
going a little too excited.
Dude, a little bit of leakage going on. All I'm saying is if there's okay, wait.
for characters.
I'm gonna ignore that. If Duck Hunt
Ignore
comes
the
out for the
leakage.
game, there'll be different kinds of leakage coming out.
Alright, can you tell us about the game? I don't care what's going on with you. I don't know what's going on with the
but
game.
while we were Wesley and I were setting up, Tommy decided to get out Super Smash Brothers Melee, and
Still going on
just
back there.
We're
Yeah.
gonna do a segment, Throwback Thursday, where we play old games, and one of them was Super Smash Brothers, and load up Jefferson's Super Smash Brothers. He doesn't have Game & Watch unlocked, so
yeah,
I'm
I lost my
changing
memory
that,
cards for my
and I
GameCube.
unlocked every character Except for me.
Except for
It was an excessive amount
me,
of playing.
yeah,
Like,
it was like he unlocked all but 2 characters in like 2 hours. It's like my childhood crumbled.
I think
All those
instantly.
nights of working
I've learned
for him and playing with my sister.
the more I play games that I played in my childhood, I realized that I really was bad at video games when I was 12 years old.
Mhm.
Because I remember like that 100-man melee being the hardest thing. It took me like 8 hours. I did it in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's like, it was funny. He like loads this thing up. He pauses it. He looks at Wesley and he's like, if I do this first try, I'll buy you both drinks. And we're like, okay, whatever. He finishes and he's just like,
it's like, I did not expect to do that.
okay.
I figured out that 12-year-old me had no life and sucked at video games.
Yeah.
So
I have
Now
to say,
the
Now you
20-year-old
just
has no
have
life
no life.
and is
And
really good at video games.
Sucks at video games.
although I had a similar experience, I'm going back and playing all the story missions in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and so just to
We'll play
get
that.
100% challenges and stuff like that. But I would go back and play through it, and it'd just be like, why did I think this was so difficult? Like 6 months ago,
Oh, yeah.
I just would do it so quick. So.
I play
Yeah.
Tetris sometimes. So
Dude,
yeah,
Tetris
that's
can
pretty
get
cool.
pretty
Eric plays the
challenging.
mean vocals in Rock Band.
I was
Oh.
always stuck on vocals. I never wanted to do vocals, but
But you were so
every
good,
time we
though.
would come over and play
You're
Rock
so
Band, they're like,
good.
Eric, do you want to sing? I'm like, no, I never want to sing. They're like, well, all the other positions are covered.
Creep.
We want to take
Saving
everything else.
Yeah.
Dude.
I always played drums.
Yeah,
Rock
drums
band.
was a number one in my house. Like,
Yeah.
we would like fight around it, and then the singing was the last one you wanted to get, because you're just like, I suck at singing.
And then they would just be like, hey, Eric, do you want to come over and play Rock Band? I'm like, cool,
Yeah.
maybe this time it'll
And
be
then
different.
freaking guys like Tanner,
Yeah, Tanner.
who had
shout
Beatles
out.
Rock
Beatles
Band,
Rock Band.
and that's all he played.
We only played Rock Band, and guess what I did?
sang.
I sang.
Well, you can like, did you sing all 4 parts?
I might as well have done that, because I was the only one who ever sang. So I was ticked.
Yeah.
That's
I tried to play bass every once in a while. I tried to do both at the same time. Didn't
Like,
work.
set up a mic.
Stop at a
like
bass.
Sting.
Yeah, like Sting.
Yeah.
He's my role model.
Sting.
That's my role model.
Shout out to Sting.
So it's currently
Welcome
Labor
to the
Day. You
jungle.
guys do anything fun over Labor Day weekend?
I came here and set up a whole bunch of stuff for you guys.
Yeah, I'd like to. Just,
I said anything fun.
I'd
Oh.
like to point out that like my involvement in setting all this up was sitting over there playing Super Smash Brothers. So
Just so you
And you
can
and
have
move
a-
this table.
a 1 minute comment.
I did
on it.
move this table.
I mean, I was just here. I wasn't here. I just showed up.
Yeah, what happened?
Poop out of
Eric?
me.
He did scare me.
Literally.
Eric, what happened?
And then we scared you.
I forget about things, alright, guys? So.
he goes, I was like, I told you
Oh,
on
man,
Friday
here we go.
we'd be filming on Monday.
You said question mark? And I was like, I mean, that'd be cool, I guess.
So I'm texting him today because he was at Young Life. He's like a leaders retreat thingy.
Wow.
And so I kept texting him all day. You know, when
Wow,
you
that's
get
really
back,
Text me one time today.
like twice,
One time.
which for me was all day. And and so I get the he's like, oh, I'm at
Hanging out the
a family
crew.
friend's house, and I was like, I told him we were filming. He's like,
I mean.
oh, I didn't know, and so I sent him a picture of our
Yeah, and I was
conversation where
like,
told
you
him.
only said question mark, and then you're like, oh, okay. No,
So-
we're definitely gonna film on Monday. And so I was just like,
I'm just
oh,
saying,
no.
3 of us were
Miscommune.
here, 1 of us wasn't.
This guy.
That
But
That
I
It
also
worked
have
out.
to
It
do
worked out.
segments like Scarrick and
was your punishment.
How was
Freak
that, by
out.
the way? Wait,
How
this
was
is
scared? Can we discuss that?
afterwards? Afterwards, what just happened?
We'll talk about it later.
we'll get to it. I
We'll
guess
get
we'll
there.
come back to it.
Trying to be
Teaser.
initiative, sorry. Trying to take initiative.
No initiative here.
Shove
So
down.
what? So you did a leaders thing this weekend?
I did for Young Life, Franklin County represent. We just kind of
Hashtag Illinois.
Hashtag.
planned the whole year. Went out to Mark Twain Lake. I was tubing all weekend. I'm kind of a master tuber. I have a terrible fear of water, but I
That's
got on the
ironic.
tube and it was all gone. All right, and I was going crazy. So
You have a massive fear of water?
I have a fear of going underwater
Okay.
because I have terrible swimmers here. So
You-
tubing is just like an
Oh.
extra nightmare because it's like, hey, you're gonna die pretty soon.
You might fall off, you might die.
But there was this tube that was like 2 seats, so we're on the tube together. So there was a seat here, a seat here, and then there was a spot designed for you to like lay down.
Oh, okay.
And I was on the lay down thing, and I literally like stood up at one point, and I was like surfing it. I was like trying to make it like bump, and it was like the 2 like girl leaders in there, and like stop it. And I was just like every wave, I was like, here we go, guys. So
There's
See,
I
whatever
went.
you feel a little bit.
There's a place out in Steelville, Missouri called Eaglehurst Ranch, and it's like you go there. There's like a pool and like all these cabins in this big lodge, and there's like horse riding and volleyball and stuff. And there's at the pool, there's this guy. He's pretty big, but he gets in the deep end. And he's
Is he
just
like big or like big?
like both. He's just a big dude.
I don't understand how
He's
you can
like-
be strong
He has
and
muscles
fat.
over his fat.
He's like really tall, and he looks like he used to be muscular.
He's just a large human.
Yeah, he's like
It's like
6'5",
muscles that are
something
drooping
like
down now.
A lot like
But-
Rosie O'Donnell.
But he's in the pool, and he's just like, guys, ready for the wave pool? And I'm like, what? He's like, he's in one of those huge black rubber tubes, and he's just like, and I'm just like, I'm in the deep. I don't float. I don't know why, but I'm like sitting there.
It's a
There's like
liver
these
condition.
what?
It's a liver condition.
Yeah, not really. But there's like like the
You don't
pool
wanna-
noodles.
Sorry.
They were like pool noodles, but they were only that long, and so I'm like, they're all around the pool. I'm just trying to like grasp them, trying to keep my head above water, and it was just like.
What kind of human is like, hey, are you guys ready for the wave pool? And then doesn't wait for a response, and then decides, I'm just gonna go ahead and
It's
do
more like,
that.
hey,
And
who wants to drown now?
Yeah.
And there was like
ready to die.
there was like 3 sections. There's like a 1 foot part, like a 4 foot part, and then 9 foot. He's in the 9 foot. The waves were reaching over to the 1 foot part, but there's like 3-year-olds, and they were like
And they're-
the waves were like coming and knocking over. And so
I should've
like
not-
all these
I
moms
should've
are
not-
they're not saying anything, but they're just like glaring at this guy.
The lifeguards didn't say anything?
There were not the parents, not the lifeguards.
Oh,
So wait,
There's no lifeguards.
one guy is creating waves big enough to like drown
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
Oh my-
There's no lifeguards at this pool.
No, there's a sign that says no lifeguards.
You should
on
have
duty.
thrown on some sort of fake lifeguard.
I have
thing,
my-
like, get out of the pool right now.
I still have my lifeguard trunks and stuff.
You should have
used
whipped
to be
those
a
things on
lifeguard.
and been like,
Yeah.
hey, overly large man making waves.
Yeah.
Get out of the pool.
Yeah, I used to be a lifeguard. I used to actually when I was a lifeguard, I was also a counselor at the summer camp, and
Camp
which
Washington.
were Camp Washington,
Hashtag
and
Washington.
the camp took
Lot of
place
hashtags.
50 feet from the pool that I lifeguarded at, and it was funny because I would get to bring my job over to my other job, and get all of my employees at the pool that were also lifeguards to hate me. Because my kids would just run around. There's like we would bring 150 kids to the pool all at the same time, and it's not that big.
Oh my gosh,
And so I
It's
spent
an army of children.
so I spent one of my
Summer
jobs getting glared at from the people at my other job.
camp. That's
Even
pretty
bringing
sweet.
like 10 kids like sucks. 150 kids is like
Yeah.
I want you to suffer right now.
So you were a counselor of 150 children.
No, well there's like 13. There's like 13 of us for 150 kids. I was in charge of the 7-year-olds.
That's
So-
that's an army, dude. You guys should have
That's a
put
lot.
weapons in their hands. And just kidding.
No,
So when you
we're
say
not a militia group.
I
You
mean,
say-
2012.
you were in charge of 150 kids, but you were really in charge of like 18 kids.
Not even 18. It was like I had like 11, maybe
wow.
12.
But you were in charge of bringing 150 children to a pool.
Me and the other counselors.
Oh,
Yeah, but still,
gosh.
there was a lot of kids.
That's a lot of children.
Some of them were misbehaved.
Well, yeah.
I'm not surprised more words.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
they're children.
Wait, tell me what you do this weekend.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Played Smash Bros.
I don't remember.
I wish.
I have that problem
Should've.
too. I just like forget what I do
Oh, I
all
know.
the time.
You had
I
Pirate
watched-
Day.
I did not. That was actually about 3 months ago.
Oh, I just saw the pictures today.
Yeah, we did that. We did about 3 months ago. All the pictures from that day up today.
What?
That is
That's
efficiency.
weird. So you uploaded pictures?
No, Ashley did.
Ashley uploaded pictures from something that happened 3 months ago.
Right, today. Which is great.
But the way I read it was like, oh, it's like the twins came, like his sister had twins, and to help take care of them.
Shout out to Lincoln and Logan.
Yeah, they're like
Lincoln
Oh,
Logs.
twins.
AKA
Oh,
Lincoln and
Logan.
Logan.
When he poops, he
Lincoln.
can be they're Lincoln Logs.
That's true. Well, they're
I
like...
was trying to figure out a way to make that a joke. I
their
couldn't say
team
anything.
or their group is hashtag Lincoln Logs because it's Lincoln and Logan.
Is it really?
Oh.
Did John
I
come up
would
with
do that.
Okay, then
John
have to-
absolutely came.
Their team go. So
Two go.
go team go.
My brother came in town this weekend. That's
Yeah, I saw him. I guess that wasn't 3 months
Were
ago.
those
Actually,
pictures
hey,
current?
Shout out to Crema. I
Yeah.
don't actually know if that exists anymore.
Man, this is
I don't
just
know.
a shout
We
out.
should
show.
add-
All we do is sit in
Everyone
chairs.
yell
and
louder!
Who wants to shout
Sponsored
out?
by bottled water. I've been wanting to say that since we
Like,
got here.
got it off your
5
chest.
o'clock.
Wesley, what did you do this weekend?
Came here.
I-
One day.
Literally, I just slept until this moment, ready for this.
Cool,
Now,
dude.
I hung out with a lot of people. Was working out because I do that once in a while.
Look at you.
Can you
Just-
tell? Look at my
I mean,
muscles.
he's ripping out his shirt right here.
Look at that.
My,
Ripping out my
these used to
shirt,
be
but-
pants, but now they're shorts.
I think it's just called getting taller.
I'm not that eventful apparently.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's upset.
We should
I don't think I
reconsider this
move.
podcast. We're not
I don't
very
think
eventful people.
I should probably leave. See you guys.
It's been nice.
How's shop around the corner going?
Oh yeah, it's
So you work?
shopping in the
Yeah, that's
corner
where
is
he
pretty
works.
terrible. Not really though.
I-
Edit that.
My
Hey, I
uncle-
love it. Don't fire me,
Shout out
please.
to
My
Tanner Ankle again.
My uncle was telling me that he went in there and like, I mean, I used to work there too. I used to work everywhere apparently.
You don't work there anymore?
apparently.
No,
Did
I
you
don't
work
work
at
there.
the
They told me to
house?
quit.
You did.
Yeah.
Like I showed him my
Took
school
him-
schedule for the semester. And they're like, I'll just take you out the schedule. And I was like,
Oh.
okay.
That sucks.
They told you to
man,
quit
that
instead of firing you.
Kind of. Yeah.
So you're not working
That's
there?
not. That's the way.
No, I'm not working anywhere right now. I will say, there's a job, also another job I used to have. I worked at
Veterinary.
veterinary, yeah, a vet clinic.
You looked at
Yeah,
me like
you
you
are-
know what it is.
You do know what it is.
I was like,
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Okay, Tommy, you no longer get a face.
And
Okay. So you veterinary.
yeah, so I worked at a vet clinic, and I was a kennel attendant. So I was in charge of, at least that's what they told me, I was in charge of taking care of all the animals that were being boarded there. That was fun. And then he started having me do stuff like he brought all these paint. My boss brought all these paint cans from his house and like had me mix cat litter and sand in them and like stir them up. But every time I tried, so it would dry out, so you could legally throw them away. But every time I did it, it rained. And so for like 2 months,
Sounds like a weird story. Every
and
time I started, it started to rain.
and the reason he told me I couldn't work there anymore is because I never did that. But it kept raining, so it was not my fault.
oh,
That's really weird.
But he also had me do stuff that was out of my job description. Like I had to put all the dead animals in a freezer, which is the same. It was the same room that they kept all the dogs in that were alive.
That
And-
is something else.
Yeah, and so one time I was moving them so that they could be cremated, and I dropped a cat, like a frozen cat.
Oh crap!
And you ever drop like a dish, like a plastic dish, and it just goes ding, like it bounces
No,
back
it
and forth?
didn't.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but a cat.
Oh.
Oh,
And
man.
so
I was expecting like to shatter
Yeah,
or something. I was like,
no,
oh
it
gosh.
just like.
That'd be like awful. Dude, speaking of jobs though, where I used to live, where I used to work, I still live
You
there.
still
live
live
in
in
that.
You don't live
Um,
at where you work. You
I
live
don't
in the same
live
place
there.
where you worked there.
Yeah, I used to work at this one place. I won't tell you where, but at
Top
that
secret,
at that
CIA.
job, there was 2 times this happened. I was just working at my bar, which is a food bar, so wiping stuff down, and someone comes over. Is like, someone just pooped on the floor. So right next to the front counter, there was just a pile of poop. Like, and I'm actually most impressed that someone was able to get there, pull their pants off,
Yeah.
take a poop, pull their pants back up, walk away, and then have no one know who did it.
Definitely a dare.
So, no, I think it was
Yeah.
hopefully a kid.
Oh, my
Hopefully a kid.
How big was it?
I don't remember. I just remember having a guy come over and sweep it up.
Oh,
That's one of
dude,
the bus
that's-
boys. He had to sweep it up.
I mean, that was like
That's
every day
fantastic.
at my kennel job.
oh, well,
Yeah.
so those
Well,
are
but you were working
animals,
with
though.
animals. These
Also
are
a dog.
humans.
Yeah, but still,
It's
like,
a big difference.
like
Human
they
poop and
would
dog
go to
poop.
the bathroom in their cage, and like there was one group. It was like 3 really fluffy dogs. They were like small fluffy dogs, but they would go in their kennel and then like run around and
They're
like
just, like-
run laps. And so it was just like a blanket of just like dog stuff.
If you think about it, though, if you're gonna go poop in a public place, the best place would be a kennel because no one would expect it to be you.
To be-
Except it
mean,
looks a lot
You could
different.
poop on the floor there. That's just
This small Chihuahua pooped a poop this
Yeah,
big.
when you
How did that
see- when you
happen?
see poop, I don't really analyze like, okay, what made this poop? I'm
Yeah,
just like,
especially
that's
if you're
poop.
cleaning it up. You're
I'm
just
gonna
like.
clean it
Like, I gotta get this over with. Oh, gosh.
So the moral of this story is, if you're working at a vet clinic and you have to poop and you can't make it to the bathroom, just open a kennel and.
Or
Yeah.
don't and keep your job.
Well, it depends on how you feel about the job.
Yeah.
At that same place, I had people come up to me at the bar, and I would just be like, I was like literally putting food down at the bar, like baked potatoes and like that, and the mac and cheese is like right here, and a woman would come up to me, look me in the face, and say, "Where's your mac and cheese?" And I would just like give them this look, be like, "Dude," look down, and look back up, and be like, It's right here.
That's the neck.
It's
That is
right here.
literally-
I'll like stir it a little bit and like
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
Fresh
is
out.
the napkins at Jimmy John's. People will be like, "Where are your napkins at?" I'm like, "Well, 90% probably not on the ceiling." First off. Secondly, it's like they'll ask. It's like, "Here's the ledge." They have their like they're like right here. Where are your napkins? It's like tilt your head 30 degrees to the left.
Yeah, it's literally
like, oh,
always the obvious things.
I love how organized Jimmy John's is. Like you go in there and they're just like, this is where you order. This is where you pick up your food. Although you have that one employee that like makes your sandwich before you can go to the pick up your food line. But yeah, I don't know.
Even though we have
Shout out
this
to Jimmy
huge
John's.
sign that says "Order here," people are like, "Where do I order?" I was like,
What do
"Well,"
I-
with
with
cash
cash
registers
registers, yeah.
and like even smaller signs
Oh,
that say,
yeah.
"This is where you order."
and like they're like, "What's on a plain slim?" Well,
Just read the
plain
board.
slim.
Slim 5. That's what I
Just
get.
meat.
I just walk in there and you guys are like,
Slim 5
Slim
coming
five.
up.
"You alright, everybody." Like as soon as you see me, as soon as you see me through the glass, my sandwich is made by the time I get there.
Seriously.
That is my goal in life, to have a
Restaurant.
place where I can go to, and I'll say, what's the saying you say? It's
The
like,
usual.
I want the
Huge.
usual.
I want the huge.
The huge, and have me like, okay,
I'm
Wesley.
gonna open a restaurant.
Okay, Schroeds, I know exactly what you want.
How do you spell that? I'm just curious.
The huge?
How do you spell the huge?
I don't know. Probably with in a
USEG.
different language.
Well,
The
Huge.
USHGG SH.
Usage.
well, like
I want the
luge,
usage.
luge, like isn't that a sport? Like a winter
Yeah.
sport?
LUGE
Yeah. Would it just be?
E.
Would it just be OUEG?
U-
OUGE.
Everyone's
YOOG.
They're having this
Y-O-O-J.
conversation. Me and Wesley are like,
Huge.
That's what a luge is.
YOOJ. Huge.
Okay.
I don't know about you.
Huge.
I
Yog.
know about luge.
Well, thanks for watching episode number 1 of Adventure Inc.
Join us next time when we talk about something else.
Stay tuned for more things like Scarrick,
Scary.
which I'm particularly not excited about.
I don't think any of us
First
are really
of it-
excited.
I was
I'm pretty
a
excited.
little. My colon was excited.
That's
My
weird.
stomach was about to explode.
Colon, specifically.
I mean, maybe a kidney. TBT.
You have 2 of those.
TBT
Throwback
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 Thursday.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, just random Let's Plays. Which actually would be cool if like anyone wants us to do a Let's Play in something. Just
Something that
Shout
we
outs.
can all
Comments.
play.
we're all
Yeah.
about shout outs, so
What
you
player
shout
you
out us.
We're also
Put
We'll
hashtag
shout
shout
out.
out AI and say whatever you want us to do.
Yeah,
AI.
AI. And we're also going to be doing some live action stuff for those of you who don't, necessarily enjoy video games. We're going to be doing some dares and challenges.
Real life achievements.
We're going to start real life
Video
achievement
games.
things, which is kind of like video games, but it'll be more entertaining. Just to kind of a quick explanation, achievements are something on an Xbox, and you do something special in a game, you get an achievement. It's worth a certain amount of points. Basically, we're going to come up with challenges for each other, and we're going to
In real life.
try and get life points.
I actually like that a lot.
Life score.
absolutely.
Do we
give them
win
points.
something?
And
We win
we can-
life points.
We can have. I can
Let's
get
keep
prizes
score.
ready.
First
We might have
first
some
to
sort
100
of crown maybe that you can wear.
We might do something with a crown.
We might do
and,
something with fire. I don't know.
Probably not.
with
It's a little dangerous.
torches in the house.
But yeah, shout out to you guys and
Like and
you
subscribe.
guys.
So you
Yeah.
tell
Like,
me what you
comment,
want.
subscribe,
Do that.
Share.
share.
Boom.
Bye.